Uruguay has legalized marijuana. It is the first country that has legalized marijuana. Now, Portugal... All right, so let me give you the details. Earlier in July, Uruguay, the lower house in Uruguay, had already approved a proposal to legalize marijuana. Just recently, the Senate also approved that proposal, and now they're just waiting for President Jose Mujica to sign it into law, which is likely to happen because he has been on the record being very supportive of it. Now, this is really fascinating because it turns out that 2/3 of people living in Uruguay are actually against the government legalizing marijuana. But the politicians don't care, the president doesn't care. They believe that this is the only way to actually help people who are addicted to drugs, who are addicted to marijuana, if addiction is really the right word to use in this context. So I think that it's a bold move by politicians, and it's the right move by politicians.
When is the last time you heard that in regards to American politicians?
Never.
No, almost never. The only part that rings true is they didn't care what the people thought.
That's true.
That does sound American. Yeah. All right, no, but look, this actually makes me like Jose Mujica even more. Because it's a bold move. He's absolutely right. We know it because of the case of Portugal, common sense, everything else, right? But here, 2/3 of the people oppose him, and he's like, yeah, okay. I think I'm going to be proven right, and I was elected to lead, okay, and not to look at polls and consensus. He's otherwise very popular, by the way. And Uruguay's economy, even though he's far more of a leftist than anything you'd find here in the United States of America, right? And so, like, our right wing would be like, oh, yeah, Brad destroyed the economy of Uruguay, didn't he? No, he didn't. The economy is actually doing really well and improving. So it turns out progressive policies work. And he knows this is going to work based on the facts. So he said, I'm going to do bold leadership here.
I love it. I love the bold leadership. And, you know, I didn't know this. I thought that Portugal had legalized all drugs, but they actually have not legalized drugs. They have decriminalized drugs. So in Uruguay, there are regulations. I should note that because it's very important. So you have to be licensed and registered in order to buy marijuana, and you can only buy 40 grams of marijuana a month, which in my opinion is a huge amount. So you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Only 40 grams.
Only 40 grams. And also, if you choose to grow your own marijuana, you are limited to 6 plants. Again, you'll be all right, okay?
Yeah.
And
Jimmy
also,
Dore might run out, but you'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be fine. So they are regulating it. I think it's common sense. In Portugal, they have decriminalized it, but if you do get caught with it, authorities can pressure you into rehabilitation, okay?
Yeah. Which is not such a bad thing.
Yeah.
And so what happened in Portugal? They decriminalized back in 2001. Number one, the rate of, and it's not just pot, they also decriminalized heroin, cocaine, etc., right? And the rate of usage for all those drugs has either remained steady or has actually gone down, not up, okay? And Portugal now has among the lowest rate of drug use in any European country. So it's a stunning success. And on top of that, they've virtually eradicated the sexually transmitted diseases that people got through the needles and other sicknesses, etc. And of course, then there's less of a crime element as well because it's not really, you're not going to get busted anymore because people can have the pot.
Absolutely.
So it's not like that selling it is still illegal, right? And if you're trafficking it, you're a drug dealer, you can still get arrested. But there's less use for it because people can just, use it fine and not get bothered by the police. Yeah. So the crime has been positively affected. People have not used more drugs, they've used less drugs. It's just a win all around.
And I think the most important thing that we're missing here is that it will take the power away from drug cartels. If you can purchase this from pharmaceutical companies or from the government, then you don't have to go to the streets to buy your drugs. And all of a sudden, cartels are out of business. They lose their power, and that is awesome.
And since they have focused on rehabilitation, and if you're going to do drugs, the safer way to do it, deaths due to drug use is almost non-existent. Okay, isn't that amazing? Well, that's what happens if you don't just let guys do drugs in a crack house in a corner, dark corner somewhere, where of course they're going to screw it up and then they're going to kill themselves, right? And now Uruguay is a significant step forward even from Portugal, because it's one thing to decriminalize and say we're not going to put you in jail for it. It's another thing to say it's legal and it'll be regulated so it'll be even safer.
And not only is it legal and regulated, they're also launching a campaign to educate people about the harmful effects of marijuana. So, you know, smoking it can do some damage to your lungs, yada yada. So they're kind of taking after the American policy on tobacco, right? We didn't criminalize the use of tobacco or smoking cigarettes, but we did educate people about how harmful it is to you. And as a result, the number of people smoking in the United States decreased significantly since we launched that educational campaign.